Wagwan, my brethren. Welcome to another episode of the Prodicast, powered by Prodisphere. This is the beginning of season 2 of the Prodicast. Yes, season 2. We wrapped up season 1 at the end of last year. Thank you guys, all of y'all who showed love for the first season. It was a great learning experience. It was awesome, but we got a lot of new content coming from y'all this season. We got expert interviews, live Q&As with the viewers, behind the scenes right here at Prodisphere and the Prodicast. And also success stories from athletes on and off the field. So if you guys didn't know already, this is the centralized hub for innovative, collaborative empowerment, and where every day we're looking to unleash talent and embrace potential. And today we got another guest. Yes, sir. I'm going to go ahead and introduce myself, Today I'm here with Darrin Holloman. Yes, sir. Darrin. Me and Darrin actually go way back. You know what I'm saying? Bringing on a lot of friends on this cast, but a lot of my friends, have been in the field. They're working actively towards, their dreams, especially in the sports field. And their insight, I hope it touches someone who's watching this. And I hope you guys definitely love to hear what they have to say. But yeah, Darrin, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where you from? What do you do for work? And where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Yeah, definitely, man. Well, first off, appreciate you for bringing me on here.
Yes,
me and Luka, it's been a little minute.
This
one's been cooking. I ain't gonna lie.
Yes,
but first and foremost, man, I just wanna give my glory to God because He's really given me the opportunities, and He's really showed me a lot throughout these last couple months, and He's definitely closed one door and opened another door, and He's just showing me things right now. So just give my honor and praise to Him. But yeah, my name is Darrin Holloman. I am a senior at UCF, and I am a previous student manager for the UCF men's basketball team. Yeah. And now we're just regular student. That door closed, and I'm praying that another door opens up, but for now I'm just a regular student and just working on myself and perfecting my craft to be able to stay in the sports world. Yeah. And God willing, be somewhere one day. In 5 years, I want to be. I'm an aspiring director of basketball operations. So like, if you don't know what that is out there, it's like the legal administrative work. So like, I order flights, I handle budgets, I set up camps over the summer. This is for college basketball, that is. And God willing, I think I'm going to be a DOBO. That's the abbreviation for a college basketball program somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. Absolutely, like, God willing, you will. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, God has closes one door, but He opens another for you. So, there's definitely going to be something out there for you. But yeah, man, thank you for coming on the show today. Super appreciate it. Happy to have you for sure. Like you said, this one's been cooking.
Appreciate it. I forgot. I meant to say I am from Tallahassee, Florida.
Yeah. So, that way say go Noles. Yeah. That's what he meant. That's what he meant to say.
No. We Knights over Noles right now. Sir, but did grow up Florida State, Seminole guy. Yes, and all love for Tally though.
Yeah, for sure. So listen, we got a couple icebreaker questions for you. Before we get into the icebreaker question, I got a quick little announcement. If you guys don't know, our MVP app, yes, Prodisphere's MVP app is available on the App Store. Download it right now on the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. You get real-time NIL evaluations, access to our brand marketplace, one-of-a-kind, and exclusive AI data-driven insights, as well as meaningful connections. It's great for players. If you're a scout, if you're a coach, if you're a fan, you can download the app and you can be a part of the Prodisphere family. And you can hop on the Prodicast just like Darrin is right now. So if you guys are interested in sports and want to see, the growth of this NIL field and these emerging technologies, I definitely suggest you take yourself, prodisphere.com, sign up, and also download the app. NIL, that's exactly what you're going to get in. Boy, we got some NIL talk. But listen, like I said, this is the little icebreaker question. We kind of ask this every single episode. This is our leading into it. So for you, what is a moment in sports that will sit with you forever? Whether you experienced it, whether you watched it, it do not matter. Any moment in sport that just sits in your head.
Oh man, a moment in sports. You know what? All right, I'm gonna go a little recently. Okay. I'm gonna go UCF men's basketball game a year ago when we played Kansas at the crib. Yeah. It was unreal. Yeah. Oh my gosh, dude. The lower bowl, like to be working for the team at that point in time, first home game, Big 12, Big 12, just prestigious basketball conference. Like it's a dogfight every night in the Big 12 when you get to conference play. So first home game in the Big 12, playing Kansas at the crib, and just being on the arena floor at that point in time, just working and being in the lower bowl, it was loud.
Describe that feeling.
Oh my gosh, bro. It was actually one like no other. Like, and it sounds cliche, but it was genuinely like one of one. That is the most loudest college basketball atmosphere I'd ever been in. Kansas showed out. We showed out. I'm proud of y'all. I'm proud of the students, man. Y'all really showed out, man. It was loud. It was unbelievable. Like literal goosebumps.
Yeah.
Throughout all 40 minutes of basketball, straight goosebumps. Yeah. And the arena was loud the whole time. It was great, man.
Bounce house was bouncing for sure.
Yeah, it was great, man. And then they stormed the floor after, which got a little hectic.
Dude, that was all over Twitter.
Ooh, man, it was different. It was different to be a manager for that because we were told that we had to grab a player because we didn't want anything to happen to them. So when they're and we know they're coming if we win this game. So they're coming in. We're trying to like get from behind the bench and grab people and grab players and just go to the locker room, bro. It was it was a lot.
Yeah, I bet.
It was a lot, bro. Just imagine Lil, like I'm 5'8", so imagine me like trying to ring along a 7-foot center, bro.
Bro, we gotta get the locker room.
Yeah, bro.
That's so funny, bro.
Oh, man.
You know they was living it too. They was in that moment. Like
it was in it. A lot of them didn't want to leave.
I was about to say, yeah.
Like, it was hard to get them to go and like understand, like, bro, we got to go to the locker room.
Listen, I understand it's cool for you, brother, but we got
yeah, no, they didn't want to leave. They were, because I mean, bro, the players love the students and they love when they show out. They love the support. So when you win a big game like that, bro, it's like that's huge.
No, especially like you said, Big 12. You know, UCF first time being in the Big 12. You know, so like that was last year was the first time, and now you know Big 12 play. We actually doing not too bad this year.
Yeah, not too bad. Shout out to Coach Doc and shout out to them, man.
Yes,
all love for them.
That's exactly what we're gonna get into. So, like I said, you said you were the head manager of the UCF men's basketball team. And like we just talked about, the team in the last few years has had a lot of changes, a lot of stuff going on, a lot of shifts. Like you said, changing conference, a lot of players coming in and out. So what were some of the day-to-day duties, you know, that are required from your position? I know you spoke on it a little bit, you booking flights and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So what were some of the day-to-day like duties that you had to do in your position?
So when I was just regular student manager, and even I did kind of some of the same things when I got elevated to head manager, but when I was a student manager, man, it's a lot of tedious work. Like it's a lot of tedious, and I'll be honest, you do a lot of grunt work. Yeah. Right. So it's not really the flashiest of jobs. And it's like I like to tell people when I describe what I did as a student manager, it's like you kind of do some of the most work and some of the most hard work, but get the least amount of recognition. And it's just so true because like I'm in there. When I became head manager, I'm in there for like pushing 40-hour work weeks, right? But people don't know that.
A full-time student.
Yeah, and I'm a full-time student. Like I'm in my major now, studying business, and it's like it's a process, and it's like you got to be timely, you got to be efficient, and you got to understand that there's a job to be done, but at the same time, be able to handle your other responsibilities outside of that too. And that it showed me a lot of how to handle with that. But I'm in there for like 30-hour, 40-hour work weeks, and it's like. A lot of people don't know that. Yeah, bro. Because it's like student managers just aren't something that people discuss, but we do a lot. Like
Carson talked about his experience too already.
Yeah.
So we had him on here. If y'all haven't seen that, make sure y'all go check out those prior episodes from season 1 too. Darrin is actually good friends with Carson too. Yeah, shout out Big Boy.
Yeah, Carson's the boy.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah. So I mean, on a day to day, man, get up probably like 7:30. Unless you're rebounding, I would rebound for one of the players at like 6 a.m. usually. So I'm really getting up at 5:30. Go rebound for him. Probably about an hour 15 workout, 7:15. They got breakfast after that. So around like in between 7:30 and 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock they got film. And then so we don't have to do anything for film. We just chill. And then 8:30 practice. Practice would run for probably like 2.5, 3 hours. Usually, and during practice, I mean, you can be doing a handful of things. You're wiping up sweat. If a coach needs you to hop in a drill to like exemplify something, like if a coach needs you to handle the ball when we're working with the bigs and implementing offense, like pick and roll stuff, you kind of got to be there for that, just ready to jump in. Taking stats, we would stat every practice and film. We'd record every practice and we'd watch it the next day. To work on, see what else we could work on and things of that nature. So yeah, we kind of have a hand in film. We have a hand in being on the floor, and just wiping up sweat and running clock.
Bro, you are in the trenches.
Yes,
like you are other than the coaches, there's no one around them more than you.
Yes, the literal trenches, and it's like you kind of got to put your pride to the side for a little bit. That's what I had to learn early on because. My first year being a manager, and if any of my old coworkers see this, they will know I was a bottom 5 student manager my first year. Oh gosh, it was insane. Like I wasn't really I wasn't locked. I wasn't locked, and it was partially a pride thing because I'm like, why am I wiping up sweat? Like I don't know how I feel about this. Like this is just how is this benefiting me?
Yeah.
And then my second year, I realized it's like. even if it's the smallest task to like the biggest task, like from wiping up a little bit of sweat to like driving a player somewhere to make sure he's not late to a team event or something. It's like everything is towards the bigger picture, right? And all these coaches need to do and want to do is win. Why? Because winning keeps jobs. In college basketball, at the NBA, if you win, you keep your job. Like jobs are on the line. And as managers, we kind of help in terms of just making sure things run smoothly, things run efficiently. And it's like people at the higher ups, like I've heard other podcasts and I've heard other stories. It's like higher ups, like NBA people, they respect managers. They applaud managers because they know how much we do and they know how meaningful we are to a program. All this, and we're working for $0 and 0 cents. But yeah, I had to kind of put my pride to the side, and I realized my second year, it's like, bro, like this is what I want to do in my life. Like I want to work in sports. It's like, go get it. It's like it really kind of taught me to be a go-getter. Just go get it. Just whatever it is, whether from the good to the bad, just put a smile on your face and just keep it pushing and keep going, because someone sees you regardless. And connections are everything in sports. You make a connection with that one coach and it's like, boom, like y'all build trust with each other. He wants to take you everywhere he goes. Now he's a head coach at Baylor or Duke or something of that nature. And guess what? You're going with him. Why? Because you made that connection from the ground up. And yeah, man.
That's facts. Would you say that's one of the biggest differences or one of the biggest things you learned? Because you said you went from a regular student manager to head manager. So what was like one of the biggest differences between the two?
Well, definitely the time put in and the
you were already putting in 40 hours.
Yeah, I was putting in a bunch of time, but the availability, it only went up from there. Like it literally only went up from there, because now like I'm helping set up camps for over the summer. Like over the summer we have different basketball camps.
Don't be afraid to get in detail. These people want to hear that. They don't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So over the summer we have basketball camps. The one specific one I'm talking about was a team camp. So this is like a 50 team, 60 team, like almost tournament showcase. So 2 months before the tournament or before the event, I had a hand in reaching out to teams and seeing who wants to come to this thing.
Like youth teams or like other college teams?
It's high school teams. It's high school teams in the area, but like we've had high school teams from even like New York and other states come down. Like we had a team from Georgia, and I think we actually did have a team from New York this past summer compete in it. But I'm reaching out to them and they're calling our camp phone, seeing if they want to come, seeing how it works, what the pricing is. You got to get into specifics. It's like, some teams only want to play for one day and some teams want to play for both days. And one team can only play, it was 2 days, Saturday and a Sunday. So one team can only play Sunday. So it's like, you got to, when you're making a schedule for this, it's like every nook and cranny detail, you got to take account literally everything.
Yeah, bro.
There were like 5 revisions we had to end up sending out, because people just, when we would send out the first revision, it's like someone else had an issue. It's like we're trying to fix the issue for somebody else, and then we mess someone else up. So then we got to make a schedule that accompany it accommodates everyody. Excuse.
You have to please everybody.
Yeah, you literally have to please everyone, man. So it was a lot went into this. Me and my coworker AJ, shout out to AJ. We were in the trenches getting this one done, and this one on top of the other camps we had to run, just making sure venues are set, making sure we have courts, making sure the hoops are at the right height, because we got to go from. It's crazy. The turnaround for these camps is crazy, because the first camp we had was the team camp. All high school JV, they can play at regular high school height.
Yeah, that'll be straight.
But then you got to turn around 2 days later, and now you got the middle school kids, or like little individual elementary school kids. They all can't shoot on that basket. What are we doing? Can't shoot in the basket, so now we got to call compliance.
They shooting from the chest.
So now we got to call compliance. Make sure the 2 baskets on the far court are lowered, so the kids can have somewhere to shoot.
That's
and
crazy.
It's a quick turnaround for these. Summer, like when we were hiring our new managers, we told them, they asked questions about camps in their interviews or whatnot, and we told them, like, man, these summer camps are some of the most fun you'll never want to have again. Because, bro, after we were tired. We were tired.
That's fire.
I loved it. I genuinely loved camps. And I now that I got to see a different like side of it and actually be on like the production side and operation side of it, because that's what I want to do, operations.
Yeah.
So it was really good for me to kind of see the like really nook and cranny details that go into it and like how to sharpen my skills too. It made me be sharp. But
yeah, that's facts.
But I loved it. I learned a lot, and I'm very appreciative for the experience to just be able to have a hand in them and learn it. And but yeah, how it
so you're touching lives even way more than the fact, not even the players that you are doing with on a day-to-day basis on the UCF team. Honestly, aside from that, like we're talking about the youth, you know, the infrastructure, like we just said, like the kids who look up to these college players, these college athletes, you know what I mean? Like, so that's definitely like some heartwarming stuff.
Yeah,
you know?
man. And I've seen some of these kids. Some of these kids that I've coached in these camps before, I've seen them at basketball games, and they've come up to me and showed love, and I'm just like, dang, like I didn't think these kids would remember me. I know I know I would remember a few of my coaches when I was little and I was going to in Tally, it was Leonard Hamilton basketball camp. I remember some of my coaches because they were players. But like I didn't think they remember me like that. And it's crazy how you can just see these little kids' days light up. When
it's humanizing.
Yeah, man. It's just it's real cool.
That's
really cool.
And that's beautiful, bro. That's super cool, bro. So other than like college football, college basketball is probably one of the other sports to see a huge jump in like the NIL market and stuff like that, you know. And like you said, you know, with camps and all this stuff, you know, the youth now, it's only gonna get bigger, bro, because like there's only so much more and more information. Like we're just growing at such a rapid rate right now. Cooper Flagg, just to name one of them, he's valued at $4.7 million with the NIL valuation. Cam Jones at Marquette. Yo, bro, Cooper's tough. I'm not gonna get into it. Yeah, Cam Jones, a guard at Marquette, he's valued at $1.9 million. I know you big into college basketball, I'm pretty sure, and especially with March Madness right around the corner.
Yeah, definitely. The bracketology's going crazy. I've been watching every week.
Exactly. So,
so that's seeing what's going on with the guys and seeing what's going on around the country, man. Seeing who's going to get in, who's not. It's good, though.
Yeah, and then not even on just the men's side, even the women's side, bro. Like we've seen Caitlin Clark, Juju Watkins, like bro, partner with State Farm, which is like all that commercial is everywhere right now. I literally I saw that commercial yesterday. The Juju Watkins State Farm commercial. Like,
really?
It's literally everywhere. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like as a fan and as a manager, you know what I mean? Do you see NIL being a benefit or a deterrent for these collegiate athletes?
See, I hate to be that person. I don't know. I kind of see it in both ways, because from the player's perspective, I mean, get your money. Like, get your money, man. Like I told you, I'm in there 30, 40 hours a week, maybe. They're in there for longer. And they're in there actually like putting the work in. They're sweating and putting the sweat in, getting work in and things of that nature. So, hey, get your money. If you spending all that time in the gym and all that time working, and I mean, granted, it's for the bigger picture. A lot of these guys want to go to the league, but while they're here, hey, you might as well get your money.
Like millions of people are watching them every weekend, like tuning into them, you know, and it's like, the least they could do is make a name or make something off their name, you know?
No, yeah. Now I am about to contradict myself and say I ain't gonna lie. NIL needs to get put under control.
Exactly. So
they need to figure out something. I don't know what it is, but they got to get this. They got to get this figured out. You got too many guys bouncing from school to school, and before you know it, the senior point guard is at 4 different schools in 4 years.
Yeah.
Why? Because it's not about what system fits for him anymore. It's not about what might put him in the best position to get to the league, which is where a lot of these guys want to go anyways.
Yeah.
Go sit down 10 basketball players in that seat right now. Right. 9 of them are going to say they want to go to the league. Yeah. Promise you. And it's just, hold on. I lost my track of thought. Excuse me real quick.
You good.
But yeah, man, it's not about really like what system or what fits for them and what will get them in the league. It's literally about who has the bag. That's it.
That's
and
so
now it's not even more so of a recruiting thing. It's quite frankly a glorified free agency.
Yeah.
And it's like now the small schools who like don't have the bag for these guys and don't have the money for them, it's like, bro, recruiting authentically, it almost doesn't even work anymore.
Yeah.
Because it's like they're never going to go to the small schools. They don't have money for them. That's why everyone that's at us like a mid-major or a small school right now, they park it there for a year. They just, go put up 18 a night stuff that can get them to P4.
Yeah.
And they're getting the bag in P4. It's like, it's moving where they can get the money.
What is that? What is that?
Power 4. Power 4. So
okay,
Big 12, ACC, SEC, Big 10. Yeah. But yeah, it's about where they can get the bag now.
Yeah.
It's not even about just hooping anymore. Almost.
No, yeah. It's tough, especially like that's why with what we're doing here at Prodisphere, like, because there's so much untapped potential potential, in this rapidly growing space. And that's why it can be so difficult to manage. It's like so new for so many people. Even on your end as a manager, I can only imagine how difficult it was having to, deal with the back and forth, and because you have to work on making players happy, making coach happy, making yourself happy, making your coworkers happy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like even like it's so rapidly growing, but I think the sole purpose of it was to give the players more power. Because before it was kind of just like that, bro. There's a reason that we've seen Alabama football struggle the way that it has in the last recent years. Because now they're not the only school who can throw money at players. You know what I mean? So it's like, so that's why with Prodisphere, our goal is to make the process seamless and easy for players, scouts, coaches all over, because like I said, we have the easy access to player profiles and valuation on our app, which is beneficial for the brands who want to give these players these deals. One-of-a-kind access to brand sponsorship for the players on the platform and things like that. So even though the money is one of the main driving things, the ability to scout talent from players all over the country and the skills that see where they can improve with the AI data-driven stuff that we offer too. I think it's like we're trying to do it to where we can make it go hand in hand, and to where although we want the athlete, because the main thing that we want is for the athlete to have true, true totality, like they really feel in control of their future, so like we want that as well. But at the end of the day, we want the athlete to be as successful as possible, to reach the highest level. You know what I mean? That's the whole mantra. So do you think, I was gonna ask, do you think we're like having something like this with, like I said, especially with how fast NIL has been growing and everything, do you think that it can make it easier for all parties involved? How do you feel like it would have affected you as a manager if you knew that something like this was a thing?
So Prodisphere is trying to like have a hand in the NIL collective.
That's the number one thing, because we know, because NIL is such a growing field. And like I think it's complete. It's either you like it or you don't. In my opinion, right. That's kind of what the way people have been going now. So yeah, like in your opinion, if you were to have something like this,
Prodisphere definitely would have. Prodisphere would have been beneficial probably if UCF men's basketball had it. I'm not gonna lie. Hey, you never would have known though, because like it depending on how much they were getting and how much work Prodisphere would do with these programs. Like then boom, it might not have affected me as much, but like hey, we've done work with Rock'em Sox before. Rock'em Sox has done work before with Pooh, who is our walk-on.
Oh, shout out Pooh! Yeah, we know Pooh. Yeah.
We shout out to Pooh. So yeah, we actually got real close through Pooh with one of the Rock'em Sox reps, and he would almost send us like a little care package, just to some stuff every like month or two. He'd send us some stuff, whether it's socks or we got some underwear one day. We also got some boxers that said UCF managers on them. Hey. So shout out Rock'em. But yeah, man, it's definitely it can benefit for sure. It benefits, I think, all parties. I mean, regardless, like hey, if people's pockets are getting big, it's like it benefits all parties anyways, And
this, I feel like it's definitely so hard. Even as not a player though, I can only imagine, like, especially with NIL growing the way it is, I feel like it's just so much information being thrown at you, bro. Where it's like, yo, you can do this now, you can do this, you can do that, it's like one of those things to where it's like when social media first readily became available to whenever our generation really got used to social media, like it was so much just access to information and whatever we wanted, like that, at the tip of our fingers, excuse me. And it's hard to manage, you know what I mean? And so it's like when you give people something and, let them just kind of run with it for a while, there's gonna be, its positivities and it's also its drawbacks. So I think definitely with everything that we're trying to do, there is a room for it to become more mediated, become more leveraged and stuff like that. But moving on to that, UCF basketball, like you said, Darrin, we've had some talks personally about some recruits we used to watch growing up, you know what I'm saying, high school recruits, and now you had the luxury of managing these said recruits. So, of course, I'm going to ask you. So, one of them, like you said, two of the most notorious, recruits, being Mikey Williams and Dior Johnson. Mikey Williams was 49th on ESPN Top 100 in 2023. Dior, you went to Memphis before this, Mikey, and then he ended up coming here. And then Dior, 38th ESPN Top 100 in 2022, went to Pitt, committed to Pitt, and ended up coming here. So, like, just tell us what it's like having two of the guys of that status in the locker room, and like what.
Man, it's great. It's almost weird. It's almost a surreal feeling because I mean, you feel like you've been watching these guys on Ballers Life. And,
I literally have shout out Ballers Life on here,
bro. Like shout out Ballers Life. Like you've been watching these guys on Ballers Life and Home Team Hoops like forever,
Elite
bro.
Hoops too.
So it's like when you're in the same vicinity as them and you're like dapping them up and you basically like work with them, it's definitely like a surreal feeling. But it's like working in sports, you realize it's like people come and go and you meet all different kinds of people. So it's like you really get to see that they're people too. And it's like they're just everyday people. Like Dior and Mikey, they were both cool people. Like I've had great conversations with the both of them. Dior down to earth, Mikey just cool people, just laid back, calm, cool guy. They both just want to hoop. They both just want to work. Yeah. And it's definitely it was a shock. It was a shock at first. Yeah. Like when I met Dior the first time, I'm like I hate to glaze, but I'm like, oh wow, like
that's Dior.
This is like like dang man, like
tough.
Yeah, bro. But like I've had multiple conversations with him, and he's just mad cool, just down to earth, and he just wants to work. I haven't had I've had good conversation with Mikey, but not as much as Dior. Yeah. But Mikey, man, he's a guy, like, and he's got a lot to learn, and I think that he's already learned a lot just by being here, and he's definitely like them boys are shaping up to be something good. I promise, they really are.
That's exciting.
They both hoop. They both just put it all out there. Had some great practices and they were good. Very good.
That's so cool, bro. What do you feel like is the biggest life lessons that that you have learned, not even just from them in general, just being a student manager? What do you think is the biggest life lesson you learned being around student athletes daily that you can't get from just watching them on TV?
Man, I learned this life don't wait for nobody. Life does not wait for anybody. You either gonna get right or you gonna get left. That's a real statement, man.
Sink or swim.
That's a real statement, and it's just like grinding every day. It's like it's about getting 1% better every day.
How does that motivate you?
Like motivate me just to get better every day?
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, I mean, it's just because obviously I want to be successful, like, and I really want to use my platform, whatever platform God blesses me with, to just give it all back to Him. So it just motivates me kind of in that term, because it's like, just you want to get better, and you just want people to hear the good news, and you just want to
the gospel.
And you obviously just want something for yourself. So getting 1% better every day is something that I've really tried to. It was something that actually was first introduced to me by Coach Dawkins when I heard him and the coaching staff talk about it, and from there I kind of ran with it, because it's like imagine if you truly like put your all into something, you got 1% better every single day, bro. A year from now, you'd be a completely different person.
That's so true.
So, and that's literally what happened with me. I went from a bottom 5 manager to like
head manager,
and now I'm making my connections, and God willing, hopefully I'll be a grad assistant when I graduate within this next year. And it's just it's good times on the way. And I guess more so, I've also learned time management too, because I used to be
college would do that too.
Oh man, I used to be bad.
For those of y'all watching, for the youth watching, bro, get you a calendar,
plan
get
your
you
days.
a planner.
Plan your days.
Yeah, it's no
I go to sleep now, like just playing the next day through in my head.
Yeah, bro.
It's like, all right, tomorrow, I got to do this at this time. I'm doing this at this time. I can't spend too long doing this because I know I got to do this. Like just sectioning my days off and just being structured. This job really taught me how to be more timely, be more efficient in what I do, and be more structured, and just not necessarily live like day to day and just like whatever happens. It's like,
you gotta take control.
Yeah, it's like now it's like I'm doing something for a bigger picture, and it's like I'm doing stuff that's gonna help me get there.
That's fact. Yeah, man, that's a beautiful message, man. Thank you for all that, for the nice words, of course. Before we get out of here, y'all know we got the game segment. You know what I'm saying? We gotta have a little bit of fun here on the Prodicast. You know what I mean? But thank you guys for watching up to this point. If you haven't already, make sure you guys like, subscribe, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, like, bro, everything. Like at this point, like I said, sign up for the newsletter on the website. If you haven't, yes, we have a newsletter now. Yes, tap in. But yeah, because we talked about basketball, March Madness is around the corner, but we're gonna go a little bit higher. We're gonna do some Quickfire NBA. So as y'all know, I always keep this secret. So my guest knows what game we're doing, but he has no idea who I have on this list. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna name you a player. I'm gonna name you 2 players actually right now, and then you're gonna tell me which one you think is better. And then from the one that you think is better, I'm just going to keep naming them. Pretty self-explanatory. Okay. So if I say Michael Jordan or LeBron, right, you'll say whoever.
Okay, let's do it. I like this.
All right, bet.
All right.
So first, we got Darrin Fox and Jalen Brunson.
Ooh. Darrin Fox and Jalen Brunson. I'm not going to lie. I love Darrin Fox. Like, he is just a bucket, but Jalen Brunson's the king of New York. I got to go Jalen Brunson right now.
All right, that's fair. That's solid. Jalen Brunson or Jimmy Butler?
Jalen Brunson.
Jalen Brunson? Okay, Jalen Brunson or Zach LaVine?
Jalen Brunson.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, cool. Jalen Brunson or Ant?
Oof, Ant. Oh my gosh, man. Ant's just a guy. Like, he's a guy. I'm sorry. Like, Minnesota's a little Ant right now, but it's not. Ant's shooting, what, 40% from three right now?
Yeah,
Ant's still doing his thing.
That boy,
shout out.
I'm not gonna lie.
Shout out
really
Ant,
doing his
bro.
thing. All right, Ant or Tyrese Halliburton? I actually did a podcast episode on this on my own.
Really?
So don't be crazy.
Right now, I'm gonna say Ant.
I'm about to say that would be crazy.
Yeah, right now, I'm gonna say.
If
Ant.
you that last year, those points, Tyrese was hooping.
Last year it was close. But not this year.
No. Yeah, okay. This one, Ant or LaMelo?
Ooh.
Yeah,
My homeboys from home might fry me for this. I'm saying LaMelo.
I don't think that's crazy though.
We had a year ago,
Yeah.
me and my friends from Tally in our Instagram group chat
Really?
literally talked about this and was like, is LaMelo close to Ant?
Yes.
Yes,
LaMelo's
he
a
is.
dog.
Yes, he is. He really is.
That's what I'm
Everyone's
saying.
acting like it's so far off.
Yeah, no, honestly,
but yes,
yeah.
I'm saying LaMelo right now. Come on,
Okay,
bro.
bet. So then LaMelo or Cat? Carl Anthony Towns. I know they're not comparable, but it's just I didn't want to have all guards.
Yeah, you good. They're not gonna.
Who'd you rather have?
Right now, LaMelo.
LaMelo? Okay. LaMelo or Anthony Davis?
I'll probably say AD.
I'm about to say that'd
I'll
be
probably
kind of
say
crazy.
AD.
That'd be kind of crazy.
I gotta say AD.
All right, we down to the last five now. Last five. So Ant versus Jason Tatum. For y'all who don't know, he's a Celtics fan, by the way.
You know it. Give me Sub-Zero. Give me Mr. Jason Tatum, baby.
This guy, bro. This guy.
Yeah.
All right, bet. Fine. I had to give you that one. You know what? Jason Tatum or Paolo Banchero?
Jason Tatum.
Okay, fair enough. All right, we got two
Y'all
more
hear me,
on the
Magic
list.
fans?
We got two more on the list. So now let's not get too crazy now.
Okay.
So we got Jason Tatum or Giannis.
All right, bro. Giannis, right? You got it, bro. Like,
All right.
Giannis is a top 3 player in this league right now. I can't do
top
that.
3. So then who? So we got Giannis. This is the last one.
Okay.
Giannis versus Luka Doncic.
Okay. Oh man.
I honestly, I would not blame you no matter which way you go on this one. Be true to yourself, gang.
I think I'm still gonna go Luka because the top 3 players in this league right now, in no particular order, you can go either way, are Jokic, Luka, and Giannis.
That's fair.
So like,
absolutely,
it can really interchange
either
depending
way.
on who you ask.
I completely
but I'm
agree.
probably taking Luka. He's a walking just double man. Like,
bucket. Come on,
yeah,
I'm
bro.
not gonna lie. He didn't have the greatest debut the other day, but you know,
1 for 7. But I mean, he's been hurt for a little bit.
Yeah,
and
since
it's like,
Christmas. You
yeah,
know what
bro.
I'm
He's new to LA. He's got to get used to the system.
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
No, if I have no worries if I'm a Lakers fan, but I'm not. I'm a Celtics fan, and I want to fry y'all every time I see y'all.
I guess we'll have to see. Maybe we'll see the matchup in the finals. Who knows? But,
Hey, hopefully. But
hey, man, we will see. But yo, thank you again for coming on, Darrin, to the Prodicast. This has been a pleasure, bro. I had so much fun. I've been trying to don't y'all think he's a good guest? I would say so. Y'all let me know in the comments. But this has been the Prodicast. I've been your host, Luka Costa. If you, like I said, stay tuned for season 2. We got a lot of content coming for y'all, and y'all are gonna love it, man. But peace out, man.
appreciate you guys, man. Y'all take care.
Yes, sir.